When it comes to building wealth and achieving financial success, one of the most important factors that determines your outcomes is your mindset. The way you think about money, success, and personal growth plays a pivotal role in shaping your financial future. Two dominant mindsets exist in this context: the rich mentality and the poor mentality. These mindsets are not necessarily about how much money you currently have, but rather how you perceive and approach the concept of wealth. Understanding the key differences between a rich mentality and a poor mentality can be the catalyst for transforming your financial life. Today, we will talk about rich mentality versus poor mentality, understanding the key differences. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. What is a rich mentality? A rich mentality is not about having a high income, but about thinking in terms of abundance, growth, and opportunity. People with a rich mentality approach money and wealth building with a mindset of empowerment. They understand that wealth is a long-term game built through discipline, smart investments, and a focus on continual self-improvement. This mentality revolves around growth, both personal and financial, and the belief that there are always opportunities to create value even in the face of adversity. Those with a rich mentality believe in the power of leverage. They seek ways to make their money, time, and resources work for them. Rather than exchanging hours for dollars in a traditional job, they actively invest in assets that provide a return over time, whether through real estate, stocks, businesses, or intellectual property. For them, financial freedom is a result of consistently making money work for them rather than being dependent on their labor alone. Rich-minded individuals also value education and continuous learning. They understand that knowledge is power and are always looking for ways to improve their skills, learn from others, and innovate in their pursuits. What is a poor mentality? In contrast, a poor mentality is characterized by a mindset rooted in scarcity, fear, and limitation. People with a poor mentality often see money as a zero-sum game where there's only a limited amount of wealth to go around, and if others succeed, it means there's less for them. They view wealth building as a rare opportunity, something that is out of reach for most people, and as a result, they may feel stuck in their current financial circumstances. This scarcity mindset often leads to feelings of envy, resentment, or frustration toward those who have achieved financial success. Those with a poor mentality tend to rely heavily on the notion of trading time for money. They may focus on earning a paycheck and spend the majority of their time and energy working for a salary, but they often fail to take advantage of opportunities to invest in assets or start their own ventures. They may also have a limited understanding of how to create wealth passively. This kind of mindset can trap people in the cycle of working harder and harder without ever truly gaining financial freedom. People with a poor mentality may also avoid risks or shy away from opportunities that could lead to financial growth. They fear failure and as a result might play it safe, sticking to familiar and sometimes limiting career paths or investments. There is a tendency to think in short-term terms, often prioritizing immediate gratification over long-term wealth-building strategies. Additionally, a poor mentality may be marked by a lack of financial education or an unwillingness to learn, which can prevent individuals from developing the knowledge needed to make informed decisions about money. Key differences between rich mentality and poor mentality. 1. Perspective on money. One of the most significant differences between a rich mentality and a poor mentality is the perspective on money. A person with a rich mentality sees money as a tool to create more wealth. They are comfortable with the idea of investing and using money to generate returns. For them, money works for them. They see financial success as an outcome of smart decisions, not as a stroke of luck or privilege. In contrast, a person with a poor mentality may view money with anxiety or frustration. They may believe that there is never enough money to go around or that their financial situation is largely outside their control. This mentality can cause them to focus on survival rather than growth, leading them to work harder without realizing the potential for smarter and more strategic wealth building. 2. Risk-taking and investment. Risk-taking is another major divide between the two mindsets. Those with a rich mentality understand the value of calculated risks. They are willing to step out of their comfort zone, take educated chances, and invest in opportunities that have the potential to offer long-term rewards. For instance, they might invest in stocks, real estate, or startups that align with their values and financial goals, knowing that with proper research and strategy, these assets will grow over time. On the other hand, people with a poor mentality tend to avoid risk altogether. They may have a fear of losing what little they have, leading them to stay in safe but unproductive financial situations. They may choose to save money in low-yield savings accounts or avoid investing entirely, even though there are risks associated with inaction. This reluctance to invest or take risks often leads to missed opportunities for growth and wealth accumulation. 3. Long-term versus short-term thinking. The mindset of rich individuals is focused on long-term gains, while the poor mentality tends to prioritize short-term gratification. A person with a rich mentality understands that building wealth takes time. They are willing to delay instant rewards in order to make strategic investments that will pay off in the future. Whether it's dedicating time to learning a new skill, building a business, or investing in assets that appreciate over time, the rich-minded person is patient and willing to wait for the fruits of their labor. People with a poor mentality, however, may focus more on the present and immediate needs. They often prioritize short-term pleasure, spending on consumer goods or living paycheck to paycheck, rather than focusing on long-term financial goals. This short-sightedness can lead to a lack of savings, mounting debt, and missed opportunities for wealth building. 4. Attitude toward failure. Failure is inevitable in the pursuit of success, but the rich mentality sees failure as a valuable learning experience. Individuals with a rich mentality understand that every setback is a lesson that can propel them forward. They are willing to try new things, fail, learn from those failures, and try again. This resilience and willingness to embrace failure as part of the process is crucial in building wealth. In contrast, those with a poor mentality often fear failure and may avoid opportunities because they're afraid of losing money or failing. This fear can be paralyzing and prevent them from taking the necessary actions to improve their financial situation. As a result, it may not take the risks or make the investments that are necessary to grow their wealth. 5. Focus on personal development. A rich mentality is inherently linked to a commitment to personal development and growth. People with this mindset are always learning, whether through books, seminars, mentors, or networking opportunities. They see personal growth as essential to achieving financial success and are constantly improving their skills, knowledge, and capabilities. On the other hand, people with a poor mentality may not invest in their personal development as much. They may not prioritize learning new skills, gaining financial knowledge, or seeking out opportunities for self-improvement. This stagnation can limit their potential for growth and prevent them from adapting to new opportunities in a rapidly changing world. The key to transitioning from a poor mentality to a rich mentality lies in shifting your perspective. It starts with recognizing the limiting beliefs that hold you back and replacing them with empowering thoughts about abundance, growth, and opportunity. Cultivating a rich mentality requires a commitment to learning, taking risks, investing wisely, and focusing on long-term goals rather than short-term gratification. While changing your mindset may not happen overnight, the more you adopt the habits and attitudes of successful individuals, the closer you will get to creating wealth and achieving financial independence. Embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and never stop seeking opportunities to grow. With time, dedication, and a rich mentality, you can create the financial life you've always dreamed of. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.